We can talk about like, specific behavioral biases that people have or certain specific behaviors that drive people. But I think I want to talk about it in a more general level. Um, you know, Starting my PhD, and that's where I spent a lot of time, was researching the trading or investment behavior of individuals, and a large portion of my PhD is chapters on these topics. But then at some point we said, why not just start talking to people, right? Why not just start interviewing people? Why not just start hearing what people think about what I'm writing about, and in general, in like what bothers them in their financial life. And then we started interviewing, and we interviewed way over 1,000 people. Um, and the first question in all of these interviews was always, what is the main pain point in your financial life? And I wanted people to talk about investments. I already like wrote 2 chapters about this. Like, this is what this is what I spent like a lot of time on. I need you to tell me that this is your problem, right? But nobody did, right? Like 98% of people, including, from kind of people on the lower end of the wealth distribution to kind of ultra high net worth people who are very, very wealthy, just talked
Can
about
I
like day
ask?
to day stuff.
Can I ask Liran what was your guess? So the two first chapters, your what was your thought about it?
Yeah, no. So basically, I'm talking about even at a kind of higher level. So the first 2 chapters were on specific behaviors of people in trading, right? That's kind of specific biases that drive them as they're trading. But when I talk to them, I even understood at a more basic level that trading is not that big of an issue for them. Like, what bothers them, what the main pain point in their financial life is not trading, it's not investments, it's like all sorts of these things that I wrote about, and I think in general academia has a lot of focus on. It's just day to day stuff. It's simple, simple. They're not simple. That's the whole point. But it's what we can perceive as simple as, I just have all these accounts, and like, what do I do with them? And now I have kids, so I need another account, and then I have 15 credit cards. How do I manage them? And then I don't know. I have a mortgage. What do I do with it? I have debt. I have like all these things, when they come together, they are super, super complex, and people are having a hard time managing them, and as a result, they're losing money. They're losing a lot of money. We ran a few exercises on this. Conservatively, I think that many families are losing at least $5,000 a year just because of these kind of mismanagements. Many families more than $10,000 a year, right? And that's a lot of money. And so that is one. And I think that the other thing that came up a lot is that um, Americans, probably people in general, but we were focused on the U.S., spend between 1 to 2 minutes per week on personal finance. That's it. That's the statistic. That's the number. And again, it kind of, from the lower end of the wealth distribution to relatively wealthy people. Uh, people who trade stocks can do it for hours, but when it comes to like the day to day, the things that you need to do to kind of manage your financial life, people don't do it.